Hello gang, good to have you back again. Of course, if you're tuning in for the first time, I am the Articulate Grunt. Welcome to my channel. A couple things I want to get out of the way right here at the beginning. First off, I do not recommend this unconventional method of getting out of reprimands. It will get you fried and bring hell onto your life, even if you get away with it. Second, this started 11 years ago back in 2003. And third, yeah, it's story time. I'm going to share a little bit of wisdom from the road. So, back 2003, I was a brand new butter bar lieutenant, previously enlisted infantryman, but got promoted to officer, gone through all the rigmarole, a brand new, freshly minted butter bar, and I was newly married, and got assigned to an American unit, obviously, in South Korea. Like I said, this was 11 years ago. It was one of those units that I quickly found out was one of those types that you hear about don't exist anymore. It's not allowed. Those kind of things don't happen in today's Army. And for those of you that don't know what a drinky bar is, drinky bars in Korea range from everything from basically your American strip bar where you go, you buy drinks and you watch girls dance on the stage, to, buying drinks, buying them juice drinks, and they sit and actually pretend that they care what you have to say, what you think, and the fact that you're actually breathing for a few minutes, which to a lot of guys separated away from family and everything they know in the world for a year or more at a time can be a really big comfort. On the far other end, though, you've got the drinky bars where you go buy your drinks. You buy the girls' drinks. They sit and listen to you. Maybe you buy them a really expensive drink, and they show you what kind of conditions they live in upstairs or in the back rooms for half hour, depending on how much you spent. You get my drift? Well, as I said, it was one of those chains of command that don't exist. They don't exist. They're not allowed in today's Army anymore. And one of my senior line commanders decided that he was going to have a senior NCO and officers get together in bonding function to bring us all together into a more cohesive unit. And so got some funds together and rented a drinky bar for the evening. It was open bar, open tap, free-flowing drinks. And I happened to have taken a little personal vow and wasn't drinking anymore. I had one drink to get my battalion coin, and that was about it. And that was all I intended on having. So that had made me unpopular, and I wasn't taking part in that. Plus, as I said, I was newly married, and when I take an oath, when I make a vow, I stick to it. So the bar was rented, and the girls were already paid, so they were very friendly and happy to show tours of the upstairs, etc., etc. I wasn't taking part in that either. I had no problems being there. I'm not going to rock the boat. You guys do what you got to do. You deal with your personal demons and dilemmas. Not a thing to me. I'll help everybody get back to the barracks safe and sound at the end of the night. That was not good enough for some of command. So I finally just had to say, all right, I'm out of here. Right on base, right on post, you can see from here the sign for the pizza parlor. I'll be there eating some pizza, having some soda, shooting some pool. If I'm needed for anything to help somebody get back to the barracks, to go get a truck to pile everybody into the back of, to take them back to the barracks, call, I will be here. Nobody called. Nobody did a thing. Monday, I get called in to see my commander. He has a letter of reprimand from the battalion commander, Lieutenant Colonel, and an Article 15 for me to sign. I know what you're about to say. Officers don't get Article 15s. Threw me off a bit too, but there it was, ready to be signed. And as I was looking at it, I figured, okay, even as a butter bar, if this goes on our record, I'm done. My career is over. I'm fried. Finished. And I saw the comment section, and I was already fried. I was finished. What I did didn't matter. So I left a comment. I left an apology. I apologized for not understanding the proper role, activities, and behavior of an officer, and stated that I would see to it to fix my behavior in the future. As my direct line supervisor's 04 had an E4 girlfriend living in his barracks with him while his wife and 2 kids were back in California, I would head down to personnel and watch for the new incoming personnel and find myself an E1 girlfriend to try and get to move into my barracks with me. I would endeavor to see that my men found the cleanest, friendliest, and cheapest drinky girls to spend their evenings with, as the motor pool officer did for his, and I listed about 4 other such operations and things that went on among the other officers that were either directly over me or in peripheral command, such as the motor pool officer. And my commander read it and turned a beautiful blazing shade of purple, which was impressive for a black man as dark as he was, and screamed at me for a good 5-10 minutes about how I could not put that on an official form. It was not going to be on there. I was going to erase that. No, he was going to print another copy that I was going to sign. And I stood my ground and said, "I'm sorry, sir, as I understand it. That's my statement. That's my comment. If you print me another copy, I will write it again before signing anything. However, if you want it removed, I will be happy to take a request for its removal from you with the form down to Jack to have it removed." He just went straight out to the door, cussed me up one side, down the other, and threw me out of his office. Now, the Article 15 and the letter of reprimand disappeared. I never heard a thing about him again. But every staff duty, every extra duty, every crappy assignment that came up for the next 8 months after that, you can bet your soul I was on it or in charge of it. Even if it was above my rank area. There were some things that were supposed to be for captains and majors. As a butter bar lieutenant, I was overseeing them, or I was on it, and I was doing the work. And in a way, it was good because I got a lot of hard crap to deal with. I got a lot of stuff shot at me, and I got everything done. It made me grow and learn. Now, well, great, you made it through. It worked. Yes and no, because I got out of there and I got to my first stateside duty assignment. It's like, yes, a new battalion, a new beginning. I can start fresh and everything. First week there, Battalion XO calls me in, and in no uncertain terms made it known to me that he had attended Officer Advanced course with my previous battalion's XO and had already heard all about me. So that was about another 3 years of hell, but of really good growth. As I said, I don't recommend it. It worked but didn't. My record was clean, but life sucked, even stateside. I was home maybe 1 weekend every 5 or 6, and that was stateside. And just as an extra side note, I am now out of the Army, medically retired for combat injuries, and that same young lady I was loyal to 11 years ago and would not cheat on, would not step out on, is still my wife. And out, having bought a home, we finally got the chance to plant a garden. I like growing food, growing stuff I could put on the table and eat, that kind of stuff. She likes planting flowers. So she puts pollinators, flowers and things in between my planter boxes to bring in bees and things like that, and has grown some of the most beautiful and big Lincoln roses in 1 year. I just want to throw that down on the ending just as a side note. Still together, going strong. Take care of yourselves. I hope this found you well. I hope you learned something, or at least found some entertainment from my stupidity, successes, and failures. And remember, get up, get involved. Nobody's stopping you from doing your best but you. I am the Articulate Grunt, and I'll catch you next time. Till then, out from here. Bye.